What up, tubers? Welcome back to another draft here on Arena. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all your Magic card needs. You know the deal. We got some more Modern Horizons 3 ahead of us. So let's jump right into our pick one, pack one. We've opened a Mythic Ashling Flame Dancer. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery, discard a card, then draw a card. If this is the second time this ability is resolved, it deals 2 damage to each opponent and each creature they control. If it's the third time, add 4 red. So certainly more of a constructed card than a limited one, but you know what? I might just first pick it here and see if it can do some fun stuff. Disciple of Fraelis is amazing. Planar Genesis is quite good. Assault is nice. Superconductor's fun. Couple of landscapes here. Also a snacker for the blue-black draw matter deck. I will keep saying it. The DFC cards, the double face cards, are fantastic. You should take them higher than you think. But for now, I'm just going to take the Ashling and see if we can do something fun with that. Arena of Glory. Exert it to add 2 red. If that mana is spent on a creature, it gains haste. That doesn't seem like a card I want to take. This is the 1-mana version of the Terramander. Ethereum version, right? I guess they're all 1 mana. Terramander's 1 mana, but this is the artifact version. There is a red-black artifact deck. I don't know if this is worth taking second pick for. Emissary of Soulfire is decent. Drown of Truth, really good. Blue-green dual land, or just a huge 7/6 at the top end for the Eldrazi decks. Eldrazi Repurposer, really good as well. I will continue to say it. It's most important to draft what's open in this format than it is anything else. Because this is more cube-ish, so you really should be trying to read the signals and go from there. Now, signals are going to be a little bit awkward for the first week or so, right? Nobody knows what they're doing, except for me, clearly. So cards that I would deem great, signals even, you'll probably see them later than you would after people have gotten some experience. So, for example, this Sink into Stupor, I think it's really, really nice, right? It is either a land that you can play untapped, a blue source you can play untapped, or a bounce effect for either something on the stack or a non-land permanent. So, very easy pickup there for me over deep analysis. The Vault is a solid enough land, but I think Sink is easily the best card there. Okay. I could just jump right into the blue-green Eldrazi deck. I've had some really good success with that. Snapping Voidcraw here, I think, one of the key pieces to that deck. It's really good. It doesn't require colorless itself to cast, right? But it adds colorless, double of that, so I think it's actually one of the better creatures that you can get. Let's see. Again, Elk is just good. You can either buff up one of your small creatures into a 3/3, or you can shrink something annoying or turn off an ability. And remember, when that creature that you're bestowing dies, you get the Elk. Also a nice Warped Tusker here. 6/8 reach that cycles. Let's take the Void. And yeah, we'll take the Hydra now. This is an interesting pick, though, because I do think there are a couple of signally cards. Scurry of Gremlins is fantastic in the red-white aggro deck. The red-white-blue aggro strategy is the energy strategy. This one can push a ton of damage out of nowhere, especially if you have, all of the common ways to add extra energy. But Nyxborn Hydra has been so good. Whether you're playing this out individually as a creature, or you're bestowing it, I think this card has proven to be one of the better green commons. Passing another Tusker there. Oh, and yes, I think this is a huge sign, especially early on in the draft. Path of Annihilation, I think, is one of the best uncommons for the ramp deck. 4 mana, you make 2 Eldrazi spawn. All of your Eldrazi now have tap to add 1 mana of any color, and whenever you cast a creature spell with mana 7 or greater, you gain 4 life. It's just the perfect card for these decks. Hopefully we can wheel some of these Tuskers, because I think this is the 3rd one we passed. But Path of Annihilation is just way too nice. Oh, look at this baby now. Breaker of Creation. I have not had a chance to play with it, but it is stupid. When you cast it, you gain 1 life for each colorless permanent you control. That includes lands. It has hexproof from each color, so good luck targeting it, opponent. And then Annihilator 2. Basking Broodscale, also amazing. One of the better 2-drops. And then 2 lands here. Let's have some fun. We're blue-green Eldrazi for sure. Another Elk. Colorless land, or even Rumble is quite good. I wonder if I'm supposed to take the Elk here, but I'm going to take either the land or the Rumble. I guess the land, adding blue-green at its base, is worth taking. And that's another blue-green land. Gift of the Viper is a good combat trick, but... so I am not particularly impressed by Idol of the False Gods. It's, like, okay. Like, I'll take it here. I might be cutting it. Take our Gift of the Viper now over what would just be a wastes in our deck, most likely. We don't want to be running too many colorless lands if we can help it, generally. The funny thing about the Eldrazi deck is even if you do have these type of cards that have the colorless requirements, you oftentimes have a bunch of other ways to do so. This is another card that I've been surprised with. I think it's pretty solid. It can buy you a lot of time when you initially cast it, right? And then you make twice the number of clues as the cards you're discarding, so surprisingly useful. Okay, let's go to pack 2. Ooh, ugh. Grief and Emperor of Bones. The Grief is not splashable, but the Emperor of Bones is if I want to. The thing is, we have 2 very solid cards for our deck here. In fact, I also have 2 landscapes that are green and blue as well. Waterlog Teachings, what does this do again? Searches for an instant or a card with flash in addition to DFC. I think you could take the Emperor and splash it if you wanted to. I think here I'd rather have another Snapping Voidcraw. Again, just so good for the Eldrazi deck. Doesn't require colorless, adds 2 colorless, and later on you can draw cards with it. Yeah. Happy to first pick that one. I do not think the Hungertide Rises is very good. Sacrifice any number of creatures, search your library and or graveyard for a creature with mana value less than or equal to the number of creatures sacked, put on the battlefield. I mean, I guess if we're going to be in the Eldrazi deck, presumably we're going to have a bunch of Eldrazi spawn tokens to sacrifice. And, like, I say this is not a very good card, but I haven't played with it, so maybe it is actually a good card and I'm just not giving it enough of a chance. Demon Inferior is pretty nice. Another Breaker of Creation is sweet. This could be I'm supposed to take the Hydroelectric Specimen here. Again, the DFCs are quite good, but man, I kind of want to just get Fat Eldrazi. And this is such a good win con, it feels like. Gains you a bunch of life. Hexproof. Annihilator 2. And so far, we have a lot of good ramp in our deck, so I think that's worth taking. Oh, we have the Labyrinth now as well. Awesome. I'm losing out on a really good one. I don't have any of these repurposers yet, but ETB, you can exile a colorless card with mana value 7 or greater from your hand, of which we have 3 of those cards already. Add a colorless or 2 if you've had one of those exiled cards, and then you can later on return the exiled card to your hand. That is sweet. Awesome Disciple of Freyalise here. Losing a Rumble and an Unfathomable Truths. I do want to point out the Glyph Elemental in this pack. This is an absurd 2-drop. Whether you're playing it on turn 2 or you're bestowing it later on, this is one of White's best uncommons. Like, you generally want to try to bestow this if you can, because the creature that you're bestowed onto is getting large with every land you have. Plus, once that creature goes away, the Glyph Elemental still stays there as a huge creature. Especially good, you'll note, with any of the landscapes that would trigger it multiple times a turn. Another blue-green landscape here. Like I said, I don't actually need that many colorless lands. Right now we have, what, 3 DFCs as well. In fact, this might be one of those weird Eldrazi decks that we're running like 15 lands. Crazy. Warp Tusker over... The Vortex is cool. I don't think it's actually good, right? Oh, what is going on? People. Pick 8 Bridgeworks Battle. Again, I would love to take Rumble. Revitalizing Pass is also nuts. They are undervaluing... Like, this is a fight or a land. You cannot go wrong with that. How many instants do I have? I have 2 instants for Waterlogged Teachings. Again, I do not need any more landscapes right now, so we might be playing the Teachings if we find enough good instants to grab with that. Brain Surge with landscapes is a thing we could consider. Specimen and Deferior are also really good here. Man, again, another DFC that's getting passed around. How many... Let's see, that is 5 DFCs. This could be like a 13 land deck. That's pretty funny. Recruiter of the Guard. Hey, that's a fun little reprint. Where are we at here for ourselves? Lion Umbra. Enchant a modified creature. Enchanted creature gets +3/+3 and has Vigilance and Reach and Umbra Armor. That is very strong. Probably just need to take the Horrific Assault here. 1 mana punch with a gain 3 when you have an Eldrazi, and I have quite a few Eldrazi. Hopefully gonna wheel that Rumble. Volatile Drake. Oh, here's another really fun one. I think this is actually worse than Path of Annihilation, but it is also still very good. Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana value 4, 5, or 6, you make 2 spawn tokens. Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana value 7 or greater, draw 3 cards. So it is especially good if you have a lot of 3, 4, 5s, and 6s, rather. In fact, actually, it's not that good in my deck right now. At all. Because we have a bunch of 7... No, this is specifically 4, 5, or 6s, yeah. I have 0, 4, 5... Or I have 1, 6. I'm just going to take the Brood Scale. Damn, that's too bad. This is a bad card, right? This is Commander garbage. Yeah, that's for Commander decks. What is this? Estrid's Invocation. You can have it enter as a copy of an enchantment you control. Okay, it's also bad. Let's take another Brood Scale here just for some more cheap gameplay actions. Whoa. 3/4 flyer for 3 at the very worst case scenario. And then it gives all your creatures this stupid ability of either revealing a land and putting it on the battlefield or putting it into your hand. This card is dumb. This card is so dumb. I cannot tell you how dumb this card is, except for the fact that I'm saying it is so dumb. Another Sink into Stupor. I need some more playables here. All of these DFCs people are passing me. Like I said, we're going to be able to run like 13 lands if I really wanted to. Debating if I want to be even playing this card. Another Basking. Oh, or we could take a Power Stone. guess a card draw 3 is kind of good here as well. I guess maybe I want the card draw at this point. I don't know. The Basking Brood Scale is really good. Let's just take another good 2-drop, and then maybe I can cut this Idol of the False. What is happening? Day 1 things, by the way. I mean, again, this is pack 3, so if nobody's in blue-green, sure, you're not going to take it, but people aren't even going to try to splash it? What the hell? I need more ways to target my creatures now. Double Nadu. Demon Inferior versus an Elk. Yeah, some more interaction seems good. I mean, the Elk's interaction too. Well, no, actually, this triggers Nadu. Okay, I'll take the Elk. And we're gonna get the Inferior anyways. Instead of Rumble, I think. This deck looks pretty freaking great. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's the unsealing as well. Like I said, I don't think this is good in our deck. We have one creature that costs 4, 5, or 6. That's so sucky, man. Another Void Draw, okay. I mean, I guess the way I see it is a lot of these DFCs I also want to be playing as spells. So running more lands isn't necessarily bad. God, this is crazy. Our deck's nuts. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I'm so sad about this unsealing. I don't need that much blue. I can probably get away with only running one of these. Or rather, shaving one of these. We don't need the colorless lands for Breaker of Creation. So we'd rather have the colored sources with our deck, and we have heavy, heavy green. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 green. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, that's still 11 blue sources. This deck's really good, I think. Alright, let's go. Double Nadu. What the heck? Nah, dude. Nah. That's what a bunch of players in my draft said. They said, nah, dude. Nah. Nah, dude, nah. All right. You look at this opening hand and you say, well, it's a 1-lander, but joke's on you. It's actually a 4-lander. Let's get the duel online, and that one always enters tapped. Turn 2 Slith on the play is very annoying. So it's immediately going to turn into a 2-2. Oh my god, into Wombat? That's going to turn into a 3-3, isn't it? Wait, no. Wait. Shouldn't that get another counter? Yeah, it did. Jeez, la frickin' wheeze. Okay. I'm gonna have to bolt myself here, but we get Nadu at least. Wow, their curve is insane, though. It's a 5/6. Whoa. I will double block here for sure. Go to 11, and then we can bounce. I think I need to play this out as a land. Turn target spell or non-land permanent an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Yeah. Purposer, good. I'm gonna just main phase activate this. Funny how I've only drawn one actual land card. Pretty unlucky, actually. We've drawn 4 of our MDFCs. Yeah, nesting ground with Wombat moves 1 counter into 2 is stupid good. Jeez, man. Another draw sick. I guess I'm just gonna need to play out the Hunger Tide Rises for extra blockers every turn here. And remember, once they move the last counter off the Wombat, they can readapt it. Pretty disgusting. Wombat is so sick. At least that's not a bad draw. So we're tucking their 7/7 here. And one more land unlocks one of these Breaker of Creations. Alright, so that's going to turn into a 6/5 lifelink menace. They can now readapt the Wombat. I get to trigger here if they target my Brood Scale. One of my creatures, that is to say. We were hoping they would target one of them, because that would increase our chances of a land. Oh, each player sacrifices a non-token. I have to sacrifice Nadu now. Alright, I need an untapped land here. Jeez. And they have ooze too. Yikes. It's gonna be too little too late, I think. Grody, grody, grody. Yeah, I mean, the Wombat soloed us. Not much else to say. Alright. Wombat down. No sack. I mean, I guess 2-4. This doesn't even work though, since that turns into a 7/7 when it attacks next. So, I think I'm just supposed to attack, and if they have a removal spell, commit to dying. Yep, good beats. Their draw was sick, their deck looks sick. Not much I could do about that. We needed to have drawn, like, our Void dudes. I don't think we saw a single one of our... Yeah, and that was just a really weird game. I only drew 3 lands there, but 4 or 5 DFCs. Very strange, right? Yeah. 14 land deck. I saw 1 land for I don't even know how many turns, but we saw 4 DFCs. Come on, hand smoother. Alright, that hand's good. We will go grab an island here. So I would like to save the Sink into Stupor if possible. Perfect. Just fine. Alright, hope they don't have the counter. That is not a counter. Beautiful. Nadu. Alright, still get a trigger. Nice. Oh, 4 damage! Oh my god, the perfect hits. We get to protect it and get another trigger. Holy crap. Wow. That was disgusting. Yay. I almost feel bad, but... That's magic, baby. God, this curve is disgusting. Now we can, like, next turn we have Tusker into Breaker. Oh, I guess I need a colorless, another colorless. Or the Breaker. Flage. 3 mana. Sack it unless it escaped. When it enters or attacks, deals 3 damage to any target and you gain 3. Okay, well if they're targeting the Brood Scale, I got a trigger here. I don't really want to sink that. Second Nadu revealed. Oh, that's an even better draw, because that lets us get 2 spawn for Breaker next turn. Jeez. Dude, this draw is stupid. I feel bad. I mean, at this point, I'm probably just supposed to hold open the Sink into Stupor. Cool looking energy deck. Doesn't stand a chance here. Yeah, let's just hold open the Tusker. Because this is spell or ability, so even though they have a tapper, like, we're still gonna trigger. Alright. I guess I could just fire this off, right? Fine. No, how do I lose? If I just keep passing with counter. So sick. Why does it have 4 toughness at its base? I thought this was a good idea. Gosh, do I even care about this? Not particularly. And now they know I have a Sink in my hand. I mean, I guess I should probably be using these now and developing. If I just played a Breaker of Creation 2 turns ago, we would have already won, basically. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was very stupid. As soon as we hit the Forest off of the Nadu trigger when they tried to deal 4, and then we had the Fang, I almost feel bad. That was demoralizing beyond belief. But we'll take it, and on to the next we go. Alright, looks like a pretty decent opener. I want to play the Sink into Stupor or the Specimen as our land here, turn 1. So I have played with the Specimen a bit now, and it's always been quite a bit of a letdown. I think I'd rather keep the Sink. Interesting. Can imprint our Tusker, but that doesn't really do much. Notably... No, that wouldn't have worked either, never mind. Oh. Well, now it's a little bit more interesting as it will allow us to cast our Path of Annihilation next turn. That is very good. Okay. Can't block because they can adapt theirs if they want to. Alright, so imprint. Tusker. Path of Annihilation. Very nice. Very, very nice. So remember, all of my Eldrazi now are Birds of Paradise. They've got the Chrysalis. Okay. They can already turn that into a 5/6. It's pretty gross. Pretty good too, though. So notably, I am holding up Sink into Stupor here. Because I can go blue, blue, and then sack one of the spawn. So, kind of hope the opponent goes for a big spell this turn. That is not a particularly big spell. Alright, we can do tradesies. Lucian Witness. So it's a pretty easy target for us to just pop, but we have infinite mana now, basically, so we get to return the Tusker to our hand. Play it out. Gain 4 life. Make an extra token. Punch their Witness. Get to gain 3. All still while holding open our Sink into Stupor. You have to pay mana for the Dreadmobile to sacrifice, so they could sacrifice an Eldrazi to sacrifice the Witness, but I don't even know how good that would be for them. And now, since we are kind of out of gas, we can just spend our turns activating the Void Craws and drawing cards, like, pretty freaking great. Refurbished Familiar would make me discard a card. Well, I guess we just let this happen, right? Just let them make me discard so that they don't get to draw a card. I guess that's better, because there's nothing worth bouncing. They could just recast the Familiar anyways. Yeah, it's pretty good. At 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gain another 4, get some more tokens, get a big 7/6. Say go, hold up a card draw of the Void Craw. Sacrificing the Familiar. Give a way to... What? Ah, sure. Junk Diver, okay. So when that dies, they get to return an artifact from their graveyard to their hand, so they can sack the Diver to the Mobile, get back their Familiar, trigger, draw an extra card, but that's whatever. much is this to crew? Just 1? Whoa! Alright, Nadu's back in action. That's good. Yeah, let's start beating down, even though they have good double blocks. Crew the Dreadmobile, double block with Chrysalis and Mobile. Also chump with the Diver, sack it to the Mobile, but whatever. Alright, that's all fine, irrelevant, yada yada yada. Take 6, go to 12. Now remember, the Chrysalis does have reach, so Nadu cannot attack into it for free. Excuse me. Can you stop holding priority, please? Funny enough, their Dreadmobile can now start eating my big creatures. Alright, I will take your 4. That's decent. Ah, that's really good. Okay. Tuck their Mobile is insane here. And then I can just elk one of my spawn tokens. Oh, it's only 2 mana to bestow. Oh yeah, that gives us a Nadu trigger. Can actually cast. This is a gain 16 right now. Oh, classic. Oh, I guess it's gonna be less since I will have to sacrifice some of my tokens to do so, but yeah, what the hell, why not? Eh, 36 life, by the way. Your Path of Annihilation seems a little bit worse than mine does, my friend. Permission to concede granted. That should definitely do her. Wait, are they just dead on board? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, not quite, so. Pick 'em up, friend. Pick 'em up. Please. Just concede. Gosh, alright. Well, that just wasted 5 minutes of our time, but... Good beats. Alright. I don't even know what our record is. 2-1? 3-1? That was only our third game. What a grind. Ugh, this hand is a little bit sus, but I guess I'm gonna keep it. Looks like we're not gonna need to sacrifice the landscape. Turn 3 Hunger Tide Rises for a bunch of tokens and some tricks. If we draw a Nadu, this hand becomes amazing. And like, there's a really good argument to, assuming I still have all 3 tokens at the end of it, tutor for Nadu. This is a lot of free Nadu triggers, you know? Gonna make a 2/2 zombie on turn 2. Okay. Grixis land. The Knot Master to make a 4/4. Okay, I see how it's gonna be. Yeah, Brute Scale was a good draw. So assuming they just go land plus play the Knot Master, we can assault the Knot Master into battle, fight the zombie token. That would be a fantastic turn. No blocks. Condor, okay. It's modular. We can still make a similar play here, of course. Although tucking their token's pretty good, and then just punching like this, yeah, I mean, that's better, right? I don't like playing out the land as, or the disciple as a land, but I think we're supposed to. And then we get to go grab Nadu next turn. Pretty freaking great. Thank you. Trigger. Should not have tapped my only blue source. Oh well. Heal. We could imprint the breaker. I don't think we want to do that though, right? Because it can't help cast itself. Ah, they're gonna copy my Nadu? Nice. That's pretty cool. Idol of the False Gods. Really hard for them to not block something here. This will give us another Nadu trigger and trade with their Nadu. Nice. Alright, and we will take the victory. Oh, Nadu. What a card, man. Puts us to 3-1. Okay, let's go on to the next game-o. We have a pretty nice looking hand here. Path of Annihilation. Let's see. I really want to hold the Drowner of Truth for post Path of Annihilation, but I do think we're going to run out the Disciple here. No, I guess we run out the blue source tapped first. Then Forest. Nice, okay. Yeah, if I'm able to save the Disciple of Freelise as well, that would be fantastic. Especially since our opponent's playing white, if they have like the Dog Umbra to put on the Drowner of Truth, and then we can sack the Disciple. Gain 7, draw 7. Oof. Alright, let's activate before attacking. And then attack for 3. That way if they have the deal 3 damage to an attacking or blocking creature, we don't get punished. Galvanic, that's fine. Alright, let's go for the path. Oh, they have to make me pay 2, though. Oh! They only made me pay 1. They messed up. They forgot that I could sack the token. Wow, that's really bad for them. They have the bounce card. Okay. Alright, well, now we're gonna start absolutely demolishing them. And they're just like, no. Yeah, so they needed to pay 2 energy on their counter there, and then we actually might have had a game. But, well, they didn't, and Path of Annihilation is so good in these decks. Ugh. 4-1 now. GG go next. Let's see here. Yeah, looks like a decent hand. Here, I think I will run out the Drowner of Truth as a land. Fanatic of Bronus. That is annoying. That's a 1/4 that adds a bunch of mana potentially. Still just gonna slam dunk the Nadu down first. So Ferocious, it adds 4 green, and they can eternalize it. That is a 4 mana 6/6. Pretty good. 6/6 trample at that. I guess I'm just gonna tuck it. 4 mana 6/6 that if they didn't spend a colorless, they get to put, yeah, if they did, yeah. Oh, they have another Lumpus, but they're missing land drops. Let's see here. Cycle the Tusker, hope to find some lands. Second Nadu is not what we were hoping for. Alright, I mean, they're just gonna go 6/6/6/6, and I probably lose that game, huh? We're actually hoping they have a removal spell that they use to target the Nadu here. Oh, that's right, the Fanatic adds 4 green now. Oh, Jesus. Well, we're dead. Sheesh. Brutal. And those things trample too, so it's not even like I can chump them very well. Alright, there's the punch. That's also going to gain them a bunch of life. Alright, well, turn 3 Wumpus, turn 4 Wumpus, and they have the colorless. That is kind of disgusting. Not much to be done there. 4-2 now. GG's. Alright, no more losses to give. That is fine. We will simply win the next 3 in a row. Okay, I'm going to keep this hand. We just need to find one more land here. We'll go ahead and grab an island off of this one. Looks like a pretty good hand if we can find one more land, though. Turn to Root Walla, or whatever it's called. Basking Brood-Scale, rather. Nice, there's the 3rd land, too. Alright, so we have a few different ways we could go about this. We could just level up the Bask next turn and try to Path of Annihilation the turn following. Or we could just slam down the 3/4 flyer for 3 mana. And it looks like, well, our opponent's going to be pretty upset, I think, that... Oh, maybe that's a better play now. 3/4 flyer is still too good, I think. Well, getting the Void Craw online is always great. Good game has been called. Hey, you're the one who used that spell on my 2-drop. Yeah, now we have Path of Annihilation on turn 4. It's a pretty good curve out. Oh, they have Thraven Charm to blow it up, sure. It beats. So let's attack for 3 in the air and then play Tamiyo Meets the Story Circle. I guess I'd go ahead and run out the Void Craw here as well. We want to save the forest in our hand to discard to the Story Circle and get 2 clues. Like, drawing another land next turn would be totally fine, right? It's just 2 damage. I don't even think I'm going to block. I think we'd rather keep our Void. Right. That is a good punch target. Well, we definitely want to keep that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, If I don't discard anything, we can just cast our Breaker of Creation this turn, and I have to assume that's good game, right? Yeah. That seems a little bit too strong. Hexproof from each color, Annihilator 2. It's going to make us sack a non-token creature. So we'll trade our Voidcroft for their Marauder. Raven Charm's going to give us... Reveal another Nadu. Go Nadu, and remember, Horrific Assault is, oh, it's hexproof even. Oh, never mind. This is basically just game over. Hexproof, not Shroud, so... Sacrifice 2 permanents, friends. Yeah. Alright, that wasn't very fair. Kind of just, rolled them. And we will go on to what will be, game number 8, sitting at 5-2. Good beats. That is a very keepable hand. We're gonna have to probably... Well, we don't have to, I guess, but... So let's foreboding for an island turn 1, and then we can go from there. We're likely to have to run out the Bridgeworks as a green source, unfortunately, but if we rip off a if we rip a forest off the top, then we're in good shape. Okay, so we didn't. So yeah, gonna have to run this out on green. Then we have Nadu with 2 different ways to target our own creature, which is kind of gross. They are playing a multicolor deck, so they get to grab one of these permanents to hand, and then they make an 0/1 spawn. Alright, turn 3 Nadu once again. Propagator Drone is great. 2/2 that creature tokens you control have evolve, and then you can pay 4 and make a spawn token. So we'll go ahead and just pop it off, get a trigger. Another land. Let's play that land untapped, and we can hold up Sink into Stupor. Yeah, man, these double face cards are just so good. Writhing Chrysalis. Alright, so they're always going to make 2 tokens. Question is, do we want to sink here? I don't think so. So they're able to make that currently a... 5, 6. Let's go ahead and just tuck it. If they want to draw that in 2 turns, that's fine, I think. Ooh, Titan's Vanguard's another really, really good one. 5 mana, 5/5 trample that when it gets cast or whenever it attacks, you put a 1/1 counter on each colorless creature you control. Very disgusting. We should have the win here, though. Attack for 3 in the air, and then we can finish them off next turn. Presumably they're just going to recast their Chrysalis here. And then we can sink the Chrysalis and gift for the last point of damage. Hopefully, anyway. Okay. I take 6. Go for the tuck, or the bounce rather. We're in bad shape if they have a way to kill the Nadu, but there's really not much I could do about that. Okay. And yeah, I have no other play but to go for it. Signature Slam. Alright, trigger resolves. For 1/1 counter on target creature you control, then each modified creature you control... Oh, Jesus. Each modified creature you control deals damage. So this is going to punch my Nadu for 1,000,000 damage here. Right? Yeah, there's no way around that. Alright, good beats. Looks like we will be dead then. I assume I'm just dead on board or very close. Damn. I guess, you know what I should have done? I guess I could have used Gift of the Viper to effectively draw a card, right? I don't know if that would have actually done anything, if there was anything I could have drawn, but that was better than just instantly dying. Oh, I could have hit another Sink into Stupor. That's what I could have done. Yeah, I could have hit my other Sink into Stupor. So if next turn I draw my other Sink into Stupor, we would have had the win. I mean, we're not dead here, but we're pretty damn close, of course. Oh, that actually saves me. They had, well, kind of. I mean, I have no cards in my hand, so whatever I draw for the turn, I probably have to discard for an extra clue. I mean, I doubt I have any outs, but... So forced block on the Chrysalis. I can take the hits from the 3/4s, which are going to turn into 1/4s. Okay, I'm at 2. Well, that's certainly not going to cut it. All right, so discard the land, get 2 clues. Again, I think we're just spinning wheels here, but might as well take a peek-see, right? All right, that'll be that then. Not sure if there was a way I could have played around that then. The Chrysalis is just such a good common. But not a bad result, I think, right? 5 wins, 5 and 3. Not too shabby, considering I think we were missing some components to the deck. But yeah, this was a fun one for sure. Double Nadu, man, what a card. Kind of crazy. And we were only running, what, 15 lands? No, 14 lands, and then all of the DFC. So this is going to be one of those formats where the land counts are going to be highly variable, right? Depending on how many of these cards that you actually want to cast versus how many, like this one, are just kind of value if you don't need them as a land, you know? Yeah, fun stuff. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back next time. Bye-bye.